Hi, I'm Justin Thames, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Florida Institute of CPAs. Welcome to Impact Report, your update on all things impacting the CPA profession in Tallahassee. So, we're 4 days away from the start of the 2020 legislative session. It's been relatively quiet up until this point, but today is the bill filing deadline for all legislation before session, so we should see a lot more pieces of legislation filed by the end of the day. We've already had over 3,000 bills that have been filed so far, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of policy changes that are filed in the legislation today as lawmakers try to finalize what they're going to do for session. Now, we've talked a little bit about some of the bills that we've been monitoring. We're going to continue to do that. You'll see in our bill tracker, we're going to keep that updated and add bills as we go along. Some of the ones that we've talked a little bit about so far that we'll continue to monitor is the deregulation bill by Senator Albritton and Representative Blaise Ngolia. That bill is exactly like the bill from last year. It has a small change to the accounting laws as it relates to the licensure by endorsement process. It gets rid of the CP requirement for those people that are outside of the state trying to come in under endorsement. There's a new bill that we briefly mentioned in one of the previous impact reports related to the sunset review of the accounting profession and really all professions and occupations. Representative Paul Renner has filed that bill, and it creates a process where all occupations and professions have to go through a review process with the legislature. Otherwise, they will sunset and cease to exist by a certain certain date. So for the accounting profession, that date is in 2023. So we've got some time to work with the bill sponsor and find out what this review process is actually going to look like. We'll obviously be working with the Board of Accountancy on this project and also keep you informed as it goes along. Now, there will be a bill that directly impacts the CPA profession. Hopefully you see it in a positive light. It's some policies that have been approved by the FICPA Legislative Policy Committee this past year in Council. Two main provisions in this bill that we're working on with Senator Gruters and Representative Stevenson are the creation of a retired status for CPAs that CPAs that are 55 years and older can apply to the board to move their license to retired status, and they won't have to take CPE or pay a fee, but they will be restricted on the types of volunteer work and just regular work that they can do. But for all of you CPAs that have reached out to us over the years and said, boy, I really hate to get my license back, I wish there was a way that I could have a retired CPA, this is going to help with that. And in addition to that, there's also in the bill provision for CPE reciprocity that really impacts CPAs that have a Florida license in other states. It helps with multi-jurisdictional continuing education. So that's the real two big issues for the bill. We're going to keep you updated. These impact reports will be weekly from here on out. So thank you for always tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.